What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Ian Machado Garry versus Dan Rodriguez breakdown. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this fight. The downfall of D-Rod. But yeah, I love this fight. I really do. It's a really good fight in the welterweight division. It's a real legitimate test for a guy like Ian Garry. I mean, you know, at one point, you know, D-Rod was somewhat of a prospect, an older prospect that was coming up. He did make the rankings at one point in his illustrious career, but luckily that's over with, and Neil Magny taught him respect, and I think he's gonna get another respect lesson from Ian Garry, baby, and I just cannot wait for it. In terms of the stats, man, Dan Rodriguez comes with a record of 17-3, is fighting at Las Vegas, Nevada, age 36, a height of 6'1", and let me search up, and reaches 74. Ian Garry comes with a record of 11-0, is fighting out of Florida, age 25, a height of 6'3", and reaches 74. So obviously Gary's gonna be a little taller, but the reach is the same. Obviously big difference in fucking age. Obviously D-Rod's 36, so it's not necessarily, I mean, 36 is a weird age. It's technically considered past your prime, but I consider it's where your prime and your fight IQ are at its best. So sometimes 36 can be your best year, right? We saw Gilbert Burns have an incredible year at 36, right? And then, you know, it is what it is. But so yeah, it can happen. But you know, I think Dan Rodriguez, he kind of got exposed in his last fight. I truly believe, in his last two fights. I feel like he got exposed in those last two fights. And I don't think he's still ranked. I think he got kicked out of the rankings. Thank God. But he kind of got exposed in his last two fights. And he's just not that guy. He's not that guy. He never was, and he never will be. He had a lot of hype in 2020. You know, he did his thing that year. But he has decent boxing, stiff jab, some decent jiu-jitsu, and he has good cardio, kinda, and he's tough, and he goes out there to fight. But besides that, he's not a great striker by any means. He just has a jab, somewhat slower hands than Ian Garry, if I would say. His jiu-jitsu is whatever. He might look to grapple here against Garry, and he's super stiff too when he throws kicks and any of that stuff. He's just not good. He's just built weird, and he's hittable. He gets hit a lot too, and he's easy to take down as well. He's nothing special. There's nothing special about this guy. In terms of his resume, I mean, he has a good resume. I'll give him, he's a decent resume. But I mean, he's competed against guys like Neil Magny, G. Lee Lang, Kevin Lee, Preston Parsons, Mike Perry, Nicholas Dalby, Dwight Grant, Gabe Green, Tim Means. So he's fought some good guys. But you know, in the Tim Means fight, he came out of nowhere, got the W. Fucking had a good fight against Gabe Green. Obviously, a common opponent him and Ian Garry have, and I felt like Ian Garry beat Gabe Green better than D-Rod. He had that crazy war with Dwight Grant where he got almost stopped, but he was able to get the comeback victory and finished him. He had that fight with Nicholas Dalby, which people felt like was a robbery, but I thought Dalby just outpointed him, outworked him, used a lot of that bouncy movement that Ian Garry is probably going to come with, and he just outworked him, and he won the fight, so whatever. Then he was able to jab up Mike Perry, which is a good win for him, which is aged pretty well, and he jabbed up Mike Perry throughout the whole entire fight, and he won. You know, good for him. He fought Preston Parsons, got the finish there. He fought Kevin Lee, my guy Kevin Lee, and this is where D-Rod became the enemy of the public that he is right now. He beat Kevin Lee. I thought he lost the first round, but he was able to make a bit of a comeback in round 2 and round 3. And obviously Kevin Lee did what Kevin Lee does best. He gassed out, and Dan Rodriguez beat him. But it's just D-Rod is not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Kevin Lee fucking fucked up, but Kevin Lee fucked that up. Kevin Lee lost that fight. Dan Rodriguez did not win that fight. And yeah, he hurt Kevin, and hey, it is what it is. But Kevin's obviously going to be working with Ian Garry. I can show you guys a picture of that. He's going to be working with him. And, you know, he's going to tell, hey, D-Rod likes to do this. D-Rod likes to throw his jab like this. He likes to move like this. He's very he's a plodding kind of guy. He doesn't really have a lot of great footwork. He's somewhat flat-footed. He's gonna tell him some stuff, and Ian Garry's gonna have that in his back pocket. They're gonna have experience against a guy like Daniel Rodriguez. So they're gonna know what they're gonna look at, in terms of his team and for this fight, and they're gonna know what D-Rod's good at, what he's bad at. So yeah. So that's about it. And then after that, he had that robbery win against Jili Lang. Obviously, they gave it to fucking D-Rod, sadly. And then he got fucking completely exposed against Neil Magny. And he was doing good in that fight, but Neil Magny put the pressure on him, grappled him, clinched him, and eventually got him down and Darce choked that bum to oblivion. And Neil Magny will forever be one of the GOATs for that. I always got love for Neil Magny for that. And yeah, now we're here. Now he's fighting Ian Garry. Now Machado, I wasn't a fan of him at first, but after his last two fights, he's kind of grown on me. He had his fight against Jordan Williams where he was getting lit up before he got the KO. Then he had that bad fight against Darren Weeks, and he kind of got clinched up. He didn't really effectively use his striking. He just didn't look good. But his last two fights, Gabe Green and Kenan Song, he looked amazing. His speed, his timing, just his willingness to go into the pocket and just throw in exchanges. He completely outclassed Gabe Green, beat Gabe Green way better than Dan Rodriguez beat Gabe Green, in my humble opinion. And he was able to drop Gabe Green multiple times. And then the Kenan Song fight, he got dropped. He got dropped in that first round, but he was able to overcome adversity. He showed a lot of good heart, and his just footwork and his in and out motion that he brings into that octagon, he's good. He's really good. He's fast, and he has good hands, good hand speed. I love how he attacks the body. I just love what he throws there. High kicks, leg kicks. He's always throwing at every body part, if you know what I'm saying. And he just looked good, and he's looked like he's improving, and he's young, and I mean he's working with some of the best guys in the world in Kill Cliff MMA under Henry Hoof. He's just getting better. At first he had a lot of hype coming up here, and he didn't meet to that expectation. But in his last two fights, it seems like he's getting better, and he's becoming legit. And when he's working with guys like Shavkat Rakhmonov, Gilbert Durinho Burns, Vicente Luque, Brennan Allen, just sparring these guys, these big, long guys, he's getting better. He's becoming more of an elite fighter. And I just think it's his time. I think it's his time to show that he's on a different level than little D-Rod ever was. If you guys remember, I think Ian Machado Garry is going to finish Daniel Rodriguez. I think he's just too fast. I think he's too much better than D-Rod in every aspect of MMA. I just do not think D-Rod has an edge here, besides maybe jiu-jitsu, and that's about it. And I don't think he can get it to the ground like that. I think Ian Garry's going to light him up at range, and I think he's going to find his shot in that third round, and I think he's going to fucking knock Dan Rodriguez out. So I got Ian Garry by TKO in the third round. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy I'm out of here. Little D-Rod, it's over. Payback time, baby. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go follow me on Instagram, like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.
Good luck.
Little.
Oh shit. Here we go again.